So I got to ask you, why take this fight, and what do you have to say about all those comments?
I guess that's not how the business works. In a way, unfortunately, the business isn't completely run on merit, and a lot of it is, but there are a lot of times and moments when it's just not. Chimaev is a hard fight. He's obviously a big draw, especially over there in Abu Dhabi. He's done the welterweight thing. He's done the middleweight thing. So he's a draw. And I think the UFC, story-wise, wants to see Chimaev get, a shot at the champion or whatever. They want to see Chimaev up the top of the ladder. They want to see him in that picture. But I love disrupting their plans. I love derailing their stories, and I that's why I took the fight. I asked for the fight. I didn't. It wasn't offered to me. I asked for the straight after the last fight. I was like, I saw that there was an Abu Dhabi card in October. Timeline fits perfectly, and I was like, I'll fight Chimaev again. Let's do it again. Just make sure he turns up, because I look forward to hard fights. I look forward to these fights, and I know that if I beat Chimaev, there is nothing in my way to getting my belt back. And Chimaev, as dangerous as he is, I don't go into these fights thinking about what I have to lose. Yeah, I don't much like how I took the fight with Ikram. I don't look at the fights and think, oh man, it's too big of a risk. Every fight's a risk. Yeah, and I only go into fights because I have the confidence I'm going to beat and smash whoever's ever in front of me. Yeah, and that doesn't change with Chimaev. So I'm going to get in there in October, and I'm going to put the 1-2 how do you deal on him, and then worry about a title shot after that. It's a hard fight. It's one that, regardless, the camp will make me better. The fight will make me better. And just on a side note, it's in Abu Dhabi. So I've literally just come back from that trip. I've got everything laid out. We've already called the hotel that I stayed at before. Everything is just kosher. It's almost like we're going back to a home base. We've got it all sorted out. So I like fighting in the Middle East. I do. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. And what a way to wrap up the year. I fight in October. Christmas is coming to Bobby, right? I'll be able to feed my face at the end of the year. So yeah.
And you've talked about this, and also Dana White has talked about this, that you can't just let opportunities pass you by in the UFC. Oftentimes, sitting and waiting for a fight to happen doesn't necessarily work out in your favor. And I texted you about this. It was, I think, the pay-per-view after the one that you fought Ikram on. Dana White was singing your praises for actually taking on all comers. There are other fighters that talk about it and they say they will take on anyone and fight anyone, but not necessarily do that. Whereas with you, you've proven that, accepting the Khamzat fight when no one wanted to fight him, accepting the Ikram fight on short notice when Khamzat pulled out. And now, I didn't know this, you asking again to fight Khamzat. Because if you don't do that, the division's just going to pass you by.
Yeah, exactly. We're in the fight game. Dudes that wait, it's I think to myself, you must be flush with cash, right? Because how are you earning a living? Dudes working at Costco on the weekends, until the next fight comes through. It's this is what we do. This is the game we're in. And objectively, my entire drive for my career is to be the best version of myself. To truly draw the best out of myself. And I feel, I believe, I know that in doing that, I'll be the champion. So I know that every fight tests me. Every fight, every camp pushes me to breaking levels. Every pre-fight pressure when I'm standing behind the back curtains and I'm hating everything that I'm doing. And I question myself why the hell I'm here every single time. Yeah. I know it'll make me better. This will put me in a prime position to get that gold